affordable medical benefits so you can build a better team. Call 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more information.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for today, Thursday, May 27, 2021. I am Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, Grenadians share mixed views on vaccine as a requirement to gain entry for business or pleasure. Mixed reactions from students after sitting day one of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment. Chairman of the Grenada Movement, Patrick Antoine, says he served as an advisor on policy options, but never part of the new National Party government decision-making. Former Senator Terry Noel says he has unfinished business in the Senate. And around the globe, health regulators in St. Lucia say no to ivermectin for COVID-19 treatment. And Tokyo Games organizers reject pressure to cancel the Olympics. Coming up in sports, only fully vaccinated fans to be considered for entry as international cricket returns to Grenada. The details after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening, this is GBN News at 7. As countries around the world grapple with the COVID-19 pandemic and measures to curb the impact on people, vaccines developed are seen as the sole answer at this time to protect lives and livelihoods. But to make this effective, countries are seeking herd immunity. In Grenada, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell indicated that he will not legislate this act. However, some businesses are beginning to make this a requirement. GBN's Christina John took to the streets of St. George to find out how people feel about this move.
If you are an avid fan of sporting events and you are not vaccinated, well, you will not gain entry into the venue. That's according to Health Minister Nicholas Steele. Vaccination, he says, will be mandatory for people wishing to attend some events.
We are now looking forward to, as you will hear shortly, announcements with respect to fully vaccinated events, which is the beginning of us getting back to the new norm after COVID-19, which is us being able to gather, recreate as we are accustomed or as we remember, and getting back to that norm. We have cricket, football, entertainment, all of these are being considered because a significant amount of people are vaccinated, and therefore we can have those persons gather, congregate, meet, socialize.
This new measure sparked mixed reaction from the man on the street.
But you know which way? I don't walk into it, I don't think I just cover a mask. So, and I don't social. Conflicting reports, this and that. But I take it at a low profile like that. I mean, if I have to do it, I will do it. I will not advise you to not to do it.
Well, the vaccine is all right for the corona.
It's how it reach, so we just have to accept it. And to do like nearly every transaction, it work with vaccine, concerning your job, moving out from the country, coming into the country. So that's why it's there, so we have to abide with it.
Why we have to get vaccinated to attend events? When most of the time we go to events and we always separate ourselves, just like how they teach us to separate ourselves. Why is the big deal in vaccinated to go to us cricket game as Sawad and out for now to trick people to get vaccinated? Jump by jump low, we will be going to the game. Even though we vaccinated or not, we will be going to the game.
This gentleman says he took the vaccine. However, now he is questioning whether or not he really should have taken it.
I take a little vaccine for myself too, so you know what I mean? So I feel that people are supposed to be vaccinated, you know what I mean? So they ain't go end up with this kind of disease and all kind of thing. Although people saying all kind of thing about it, making people scared about taking it, you know what I mean? So I and all this. So it's better to be safe than sorry.
Another gentleman reminds us that individuals have rights that should.
The laws of Grenada never tell you anything that you have to be vaccinated to be in a particular area, or the international laws, the rights of human beings. You know, and no international law should not be used over our constitutional law.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Meanwhile, limitations due to the COVID-19 pandemic have restricted sporting associations from facilitating fans at the events. Now, organizers are considering their return, but vaccination will likely be a major factor. Details in this report.
International cricket returns to the National Cricket Stadium next month, albeit with certain restrictions. Chairman of the National Organizing Committee, Troy Garvey, officially confirmed on Wednesday the hosting of 5 T20 internationals in the tour of South Africa from June 26 to July 3rd. Garvey said serious considerations are being given to receive fans who are fully vaccinated at the venue.
As I said, the games are coming. We have had lots of inquiries, not only locally, but also from the diaspora. What is happening? Can we come with the restrictions being lifted a bit with the flights, the number of flights coming into the country now on a daily basis, with the quarantine protocol being changed for persons who are fully vaccinated? I think it's a great platform for the persons, especially in New York market, who would like to come home to just get some ease from the stress and pressures of the COVID-19.
President of the Grenada Cricket Association, Dwayne Gill, noted the series was scheduled for Trinidad before Cricket West Indies solicited Grenada for a venue change.
It will start at 2 p.m. and of course a T20 game is a 3-hour game, should end somewhere around 5 p.m. So once again, we are happy and we will work with all the stakeholders. We've been in talks with Cricket West Indies just to ensure that everything in place. What we had to do was to look at the readiness of the national stadium. We believe, based on the matches we've played at a local level over the last couple of months, we believe the facility is ready and will be ready. The surface is pretty good. The net area is pretty good based on what the ground staff they've been doing at the national stadium. The other area, key area we had to look at was the players' pavilion and so on. Minor repairs to be done, but for a game of that nature, we expect to more or less go through the same systems we've been going through, but now with the additional responsibility of hosting these two teams in what we refer to as a biosecure environment.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele added that from the ministry's standpoint, only fully vaccinated people can be allowed based on the size of the gathering.
From a health standpoint, we would like to see as many people as possible in the stadium looking at cricket, but that can only be people who are fully vaccinated. We cannot take a risk otherwise, and therefore, in order to have that size of gathering of persons in the same place, it has to be fully vaccinated persons at this point in time.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Dr. Patrick Antoine is setting himself separate and apart as a former advisor to the NNP administration than an integral member of cabinet or parliament. Antoine says his role began and ended as an advisor to the government of Grenada in giving policy options, however, was never part of the implementations of the policies. This is as he leads the Grenada movement toward the transitioning process to becoming a political party.
Chairman of the Grenada movement, Dr. Patrick Antoine, is seemingly removing himself from the actions of the ruling NNP administration during his stint as chief advisor to the government.
I never attended one cabinet meeting. I was never appointed an MP. I was never a senator. As my brother Chester Humphrey and others would have told me back then, the thing about advisors is that you get to advise the thing, but once it leaves your hand, you have no say over what is implemented. And so I didn't have a role over what was implemented.
Dr. Antoine is maintaining the stance of being only an advisor on policy options, but never part of the decision making.
No, I can't take ownership for everything that the administration did. I can take ownership for the advice that we gave them. If you look at the growth and poverty reduction strategy, I can take advice for what's contained in that. If you look at the manifesto in 2013, and it was not my first manifesto, I contributed to others, not just in Grenada.
He says if TGM is given the opportunity in government, their first order of business would be to immediately implement a joint program to get the agricultural sector producing at a tremendously higher level while providing markets locally.
How are we going to do that? We're going to use a mix of domestic policies, and we're going to use a mix of trade policies, and we're going to use a mix too of policies from finance. We are going to be speaking to these very real measures when we go around the country. That's the first thing. The first thing is to get our productive sectors moving.
The TGM chairman says another top priority would be engaging the public sector unions and their issues, if they still exist, to find solutions to them with the understanding of the effects the public sector has on public sector wages. The economist adds that recovering GDP, which currently reflects 2015 levels, would be the other uphill task to overcome.
We want to contribute to this growth process by working through the productive sector. So what we're talking about is well thought out, and we've gone now to microscopic detail to talk about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. I just wanted to say that. But what I've asked you to allow me to say in response to that question is that our country needs healing. Our country does not need healing through prayer, right, by one group. Our country needs to heal itself by all recommitting to this humongous task ahead of us, by all coming together and setting aside our differences.
He believes if petty politics and warmongering continue, what is important as a country would be forgotten. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
One of the highlights of former Senator Terry Noel's short stint in the upper house of Parliament was his caution to government against the big spending during his budget presentation. According to the former senator, his concern was surrounding a possible return to a period of structural adjustment. Noel shared what he deemed as unfinished business as a senator. Gerard Joseph has the details.
There were 2 motions and several questions to be tabled and answered upon his resignation from the Senate that Terry Noel would like to see taken up by his fellow senators.
Some of the questions were related to the tourism authority in terms of hiring foreign persons and asking if there's nobody in Grenada that is capable of doing that job, why it have to be, a foreign individual. And we all carry on brothers and sisters and so on. I don't, not chastising the Barbadian people or anything of the sort. But I think we should have looked inside before we look outside.
The former senator says of the 2 motions, there was one he was very passionate about.
The one that I'm really passionate about, which I was also would have submitted a petition alongside it, which I got hundreds of people to support the idea, which is to do with a motion that I move, which is asking the government to preserve and restore the Maurice Bishop, former Prime Minister Maurice Bishop residence at Mount Weldale. And I believe it could be linked, mentioning that could be linked to heritage tourism.
Noel says it was coincidental that heritage tourism was one of the high points of the Prime Minister's feature address at the UNDP's regional dialogue.
But that's one I would have been very passionate about, and believe it is needed. The fact that tourism is a highly competitive venture, and we have something that the other Caribbean countries, English-speaking Caribbean, don't have, which we could link to the tourism sector, which is the fact that we were the only English-speaking country to wage a revolution. And I think it should even go further than the Maurice Bishop House. I mean, that was the last place Maurice Bishop was seen. That's where he used to live, and the last place of his memory, because the fact we have no grave or no I will never found his body. I think it was out of respect to him. Just giving credit to our history and our heritage.
Having contacted his former colleague senators, he is hopeful that they carry on the motions to the Senate. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Primary school students across the state of Grenada sat the first component of the CPE exam on Thursday. GBN spoke to several students about their experience and their expectations for Friday. We get more in this report.
1,906 primary school students are registered to sit the 2021 CPEA examinations, which commenced on Thursday and conclude on Friday. Of that number, 1,026 are males and 880 are females. 34% students more than what was registered last year, although not held. GBN visited several schools in St. George to get students' feedback after completing day one. Here is what they conveyed.
It was good, yeah.
At first I was nervous. I had to feel to cry at first.
Actually, you did.
I did cry because I was very nervous at the first time, and then when I get accustomed to it, I did better.
I was worried about the maths, but then when I was doing it, I got it, so yeah, it was good.
Well, my maths was good because some of the things was kind of hard in a way, because when some of the words is big and stuff, so yeah, that's what helped.
I love the general science part because it was really easy.
The primary school students are currently awaiting day 2 of the CPEA examination. Here is their plan for the final day.
I would study extremely hard for one of the past papers that we are going to do language, because I'm not as good as language, but I could do it. So I would study hard for that 2 past papers tomorrow.
Students are already anticipating the outcome of their exams as they shared with the GBN their secondary school of choice.
I would like to attend St. Joseph's Convent.
High school!
Happy
High school!
GBSS.
High school!
High school.
I wish I attend GBSS secondary school.
The students completed 2 papers on Thursday and 1 paper to be done on Friday. Deputy Chief Education Officer responsible for Educational Testing and Measurement Unit, Michelle Peters-George, expressed that not many changes have been made for this year's exams and that COVID-19 protocols are observed. Krista Campbell, trainee reporter, GBN News.
This is news at 7. Coming up, moves to boost citrus and banana production. Stay with us.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hubbard's big promotion is back. Live free for 1 year.
Spend $50 or more in any Hubbard's department and receive a chance to win big prizes every month. Property or vehicle insurance for 1 year. Free internet, cable and data for 1 year. Free fuel for 1 year. Free cooking gas for 1 year. Free electricity for 1 year. Free drinks for 1 year. Extra cash account and the big free groceries for 1 year. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2021. Live free for 1 year with Hubbard's in association with Solgas, Flow, Grenadian General Insurance, Carib Brewery, Coca-Cola, Grenada Bottling Company, Grenlec, Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Dutch Lady Milk, Promo, Danny and Supreme. Terms and conditions apply.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Now, for electrical safety. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
See the world and let the world see you with the best brands on eyewear from Quartz Optical. Come in today and get free eye exams, free blue block, and up to 20% off frame and lens purchases. Need sunglasses? With any purchase, get up to 80% off your sunglasses. Plus, with Ready Finance, you can shop today and pay $0 for 30 days. Visit us today at Quartz Yonge Street or call us at 435-2958 or visit us online at www.quartzoptical.com. Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Terms and conditions apply.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Agriculture is embarking on a new initiative it hopes will revitalize citrus crop in Grenada. Through the use of greenhouses to propagate the crops, it is anticipated that this will aid in solving the citrus greening disease problem. More in this report.
Since 2018, the ministry had ceased the propagation of citrus crops due to the presence and effects of the citrus greening disease. This has negatively impacted production, leaving farmers somewhat in desperation for a solution. In an effort to rectify the problem, the Ministry of Agriculture considered growing citrus in enclosed areas, away from the harmful effects of the elements. With funding and support from the GIZ, UNDP, and Japan Caribbean Climate Change Partnership, the JCCP, a number of greenhouses were secured for that particular purpose. Acting Chief Land Use Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Trevor Thompson, says that with 2 greenhouses erected and increased requests for citrus plants, the ministry sought technical advice from an official from the Jamaica Drip Irrigation Company in the proper installation of the drip irrigation equipment to get the houses up and running.
Yeah, to provide some training and to the staff that will be finally installing the last pieces of the equipment, and also will be managing and operating the system. When the system was provided, it provided with some automatic valves, pressure pumps, a fertigation system, etc., that will reduce the amount of manpower that is required to operate the system, but will also help with its efficient distribution of fertilizer, for example, to all of the seedling that will be in here.
Supervisor of Propagation at the Merbo Propagation Station, Nigel Gibbs, explains the effectiveness of the greenhouses in ensuring that farmers receive disease-free citrus plants.
This greenhouse that we're in here, it is an enclosed system, fully automated when all the components are added, and it will be an area used for grafting and growing of citrus plants. The design really is called a top nano, and it gives us a space just about 3,000 square feet of ground space, floor space, so we could propagate. We were targeting at least 5,000 citrus plants to be propagated in this area.
Gibbs explains that the greenhouses will be fully automated and will be used for grafting and growing citrus plants.
It is outfitted now with mist system irrigation. There will be extractor fans to control the temperature and regulate the heat and the humidity in the facility, which is in keeping with greenhouse normal protocol for citrus production. And it will also have an automated, or what you call a fertigation system, where we would use pumps and dissolved fertilizer to give the plants, deliver nutrients to the plants.
The ministry hopes to have citrus propagated in time for the 2022 plant distribution season. Chrislina John, GBN News.
The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, GFNC, is on a campaign to maximize the use of different banana species available in Grenada. Michelle Murray is a communications officer at GFNC.
We're having what we call a Musa Mania promotion. And for those who may be aware, Musa relates to the banana family. So that's what we started doing in the month of May. So we have different activities going on, and it's all geared toward making people become more aware as to the different varieties of banana that we have in Grenada. The Mattaburo, the Robusta, the giant fig, and so forth. People would be accustomed to the green banana, the rock fig, as well as the plantain, the blogo, and so forth. So we want to focus more on the rare types, and basically all get toward educating people and showing them practical ways that these crops can be used.
The initiative will be rolled out in communities where there are established groups. 8 to 10 people will be allowed per group. Murray says they will also be engaging farmers who have rare types of bananas as part of their campaign.
We have 8 planned group sessions that would be community groups where we'll be going into different communities and doing practical sessions using different varieties within the banana family, showing people how they can be prepared and the healthier ways that they can be used. Also teaching them how they can be used as an alternative to some of the dishes that we're used to. So for example, most people would like lasagna using the pasta, but rather than using pasta to make your lasagna, you can actually make what we call a lasagna, where you use the banana.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trillana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. It was revealed that Grenada is not on the UK's green list of countries safe for travel. Minister of Health Nicola Steele said Grenada stands to lose economically from the UK's decision, while urging the population to get vaccinated.
So it would have a negative impact on our tourism industry as a whole and potential arrivals from the UK market. So that's why we are working on that discussion, and that's why we continue to encourage the population. So this is not the Ministry of Health giving ourselves its own classification. These are other countries that are saying the same thing that we are. That to be not fully vaccinated or to have a population not optimally vaccinated is a risk. Not just a risk to that population, but a risk to individuals visiting that country as well. And that's
our online audience were quick to comment on the minister's statement. Ruth asked, how come? We don't have COVID here at all. In fact, the UK is less safe than here. Sian commented, I'm fed up with this whole vaccine thing now. If one does not want to take it, it's their choice. Stop putting pressure on the unvaccinated people and telling them they can't work, etc. So wait now, we don't have a say of what is going into our body? Jason commented, we are COVID-free. I think this is foolishness on the international market standpoint because we are a third world country and they are a first-class country. They are pressuring us. The first-class country needs to get their act together first and try to control and manage their COVID. They are way behind on that issue. Joanna asked, why are Grenadians so upset now? You guys have been saying that you don't want visitors to come and import COVID with them for the longest while. It's never a one-size-fits-all, and it's time you people recognize that. Eat your words now. And Fimba commented, how can we return to a normal life when it is said by senior doctors that even if you are vaccinated, you can still get infected and spread the virus? I'm missing something here. What's normal? Have we ever been in a normal state? When citizens can't get proper health care, justice from the justice system, salaries that are on par with the cost of living? That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN ISOL lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOL is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Will you go chasing tonight's ISOR submissions? They are worth the hike. Featured in our ISOR tonight are 3 waterfalls: the Concord Waterfalls, O'Coin Waterfalls, and the Fontainebleau Waterfalls. The COVID-19 pandemic and lack of social activities and gatherings led to more Grenadians exploring local landmarks with family and friends and discovering new sites such as these. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, $100,000 CVQ skills training program launched at the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Hey, all you want more madness? Sunday, May 30th. The deal or no deal madness continues in May. Get ready for another massive waggity virtual bingo. And here this time you can win not 10, wait for it, US $15,000. $15,000 up for grabs. Here's the best part. For 1 week, tickets will be sold at $10. Now that's a massive deal. But after, tickets will cost $15. No deal.
No deal.
So the question is, are you going to take the deal?
Mom, take the deal.
Wait now, partner, we ain't done. Cause coming to shell down the bingo. Get ready for a live performance from Grenada's hot sensation, Little Jello. Why not, Ginger? Don't run from the corner. Remember, if you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, May 30th is no ordinary Sunday. Get ready for Waggity Virtual Bingo.
Deal or no deal.
See the savings with Spice Isle Optical. Don't break the bank to get your focals. Classy, affordable eyewear. Service optimal. Our experienced technician works like a magician. Trust your sight with our company's vision, where your satisfaction is ever our mission. Mobile services, family packages, economical prices. Spice Isle Optical is where the deal is. Spice Isle Optical is located in Queen's Park, St. George's. For more information, contact us at 449-1588 or 440-0353.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
Welcome back. West Hall Secondary School is the second skills training center under the Ministry of Education CVQ Skills Training Program, which was launched at the school on Thursday.
General construction is the course being taught at Wester Hall Secondary School for the next 6 months. However, the candidates will also be subject to a life skills training component of the program. Permanent Secretary with responsibility for human resource development, Norman Gilbert, says technical and vocational education and training is valuable.
The hope is to provide skill training to approximately 25 persons in every cohort that you are going to be able to receive in a level 2 CBQ at the end of this cycle. The ministry is also supporting the National Accreditation Board, who is currently working on a qualifications framework, where we are going to look at matching skill certification to what is customary as academic qualifications. In essence, when you have a level 2 CBQ, what would that be equivalent to in terms of the academic skill? Is that equivalent to 4 CXCs, 5 CXCs, etc.? This is what we're going to be working on now, so that persons who have skill certification can also be able to find suitable jobs that would match that of their colleagues who have the academic line of qualification.
The program is targeted towards individuals who wish to learn a new skill, irrespective of their age groups. One of the participants says he looks forward to acquiring skills in the program.
At the end of this program, we will all love to have our qualification in the general construction level 2. Also, we hope that we learn plenty in the program, such as putting up blocks, plastering, the health and safety principle, estimating and costs, and many more.
Kia Julian Gutu, Marketing and Communications Officer of Grenada's National Training Agency, explained some of the employment-related benefits of the program.
You need to have a CBQ certificate or some other level of certificate to be able to go to other islands. So already that's a significant benefit of getting certified with the CBQ. It allows you to go into another CARICOM country and work without a work permit, and to work at the same level and same standard as anybody else in that country.
The CVQ Skills Training Program was first launched with a furniture making program at the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School on May 19, 2021. The overall cost of the program is estimated at EC $100,000.
Come July, Grenada will test its readiness to transition to a digital economy when dispersal under its uniform and elderly assistance programs transition to a digital format.
Over 5,000 beneficiaries of the Uniform Assistance Program and over 150 elderly citizens will be shopping without cash this July. That announcement was made on Friday by Minister with responsibility for ICT, needy assistance and uniform allowance, Pamela Moses, during the sitting of the lower house. She was speaking of the passage of the Virtual Assets Business Bill 2021, a bill that seeks to develop the legislative framework for the regulation of virtual assets and other financial technology initiatives and provide for the registration and supervision of virtual asset businesses in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. She says the aim is to make the most of the growing financial technology industry.
The goal is really to use that financial technology industry, because that is what is being created now, a financial technology industry. The whole objective really is to create a safe and secure cashless society. And as such, Mr. Speaker, having legal frameworks for virtual assets, businesses at all levels will surely assist in making our digital journey a much smoother one.
She says the new process will be simple and secure.
Most of them have their smartphones. So what it is that we will be doing from the Prime Minister's office, the Prime Minister's ministry, is to send out a QR code to these people on their phones. And the maximum they can get is $450, and so someone who's entitled to $450 will receive that. It would be in a little photo, a little square with some lines on it, called a QR code. They take that, they go to this, they go to the vendors, the stores that sell school clothes, and these vendors will have terminals, Mr. Speaker. And so they will scan the QR code on the people's phone. But like I said, if they don't have phone, that's not a problem. We just print that little photo on a little card for them, and they would carry that to the store.
For this transition, government will have the support of the Financial Intelligence Unit, the Royal Grenada Police Force, and the Grenada Authority for the Regulation of Financial Institutions, GARFIN. Stay with us. The weather and sports are up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets at prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed or anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society, or make pre-arrangements when service and costs matter, call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Brentwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, partly cloudy and hazy with the possible isolated shower improving by early morning. Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides low at 9:30 p.m. and high at 3:45 a.m. Weather for Friday, May 28th, generally fair, hazy and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times, with few brief nighttime showers possible. Weather for Saturday, May 29th, generally fair, hazy and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times, increasing in cloudiness overnight, with few brief to widely scattered showers. Good evening, sporting fans. Chairman of the National Organizing Committee, Troy Garvey, referencing the situation with the IPL and the issues surrounding the hosting of the Olympics in Japan, said the rationale for only allowing fully vaccinated individuals is for the protection of the biosecure environment.
I also like to reference the NBA last year, how they had to establish that bubble to host the games. It's a similar environment that we are faced with here, having to preserve and ensure that that bubble is not compromised in any way. So, as we stated quite clearly, it is the expectation to have fully vaccinated persons wishing to view the game live to do so at the National Stadium. But we must establish protocols to ensure access, to have them properly seated. There are certain things that must be established, and we must do so with the Ministry of Health to ensure that the protocols are established and firmly understood.
Health Minister Nicholas Steele added that from the ministry's standpoint, only fully vaccinated people can be allowed based on the size of the gathering. It is expected to be another tensely competitive weekend in the GFA Premier League, with at least 2 matches being dubbed a Clash of the Giants. The weekend kicks off with what is expected to be a scintillating matchup between Premier League giants Paradise FC International and St. John Sports. The match kicks off at 4 p.m. at Progress Park. From 5 p.m. at Montridge SC takes on Saab Spartans SC, followed by Eagles Super Strikers versus Queen's Park Rangers FC from 7:15 p.m. FC Camahan will be seeking to rebound from its defeat in the previous round when they face Chantemelle FC from 7:15 p.m. at the Kirana James Athletic Stadium. Hard Rock FC for the second consecutive weekend will face off against another Premier League giant, unbeaten Hurricanes SC, who currently leads the table and will be opponents at Cuthbert Peters Park from 7:15. Grenadian Marcus Grizzly Alexander recently participated in the World Powerlifting Competition in Shanghai, China. Marcus placed first after lifting 265 kg in the squat, 150 kg in the bench press, and 275 kg in deadlift. The Grenadian has competed at a number of events representing Grenada proudly, despite the challenges of COVID-19. That's sports. Stay with us for a look around the globe. This is your One Caribbean Hookup. I am Beverly Telesford. Health regulators in St. Lucia continue to caution against the use of ivermectin for the treatment of COVID-19 symptoms. Authorities citing leading medical agencies around the globe, including the WHO, warn that there is no conclusive evidence of the efficacy of the antiparasitic against COVID-19. However, despite the warning, one well-known medical practitioner in St. Lucia continues to push back.
The heated debate over the use of the antiparasitic drug ivermectin in the treatment and prevention of COVID-19 rages on, with one of the leading local advocates for its use in the fight against the pandemic, Dr. Gilbertha St. Rose, continuing to speak in glowing terms about the drug.
And we are so happy and we thank God that we have ivermectin, a well-aged and tested remedy to give us such fantastic results in the treatment of COVID-19.
But the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belma-George, has pushed back strongly against the use of ivermectin in the treatment and prevention of COVID-19. She says neither the science nor the world's reputable medical institutions support its use in combating and preventing COVID-19.
The approval is only for the treatment of parasites and it should not be used at any point to manage COVID-19.
The president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Merle Clark, weighed in on the debate. She says the SLMDA strongly supports the position of the Chief Medical Officer and, by extension, the Ministry of Health. The drug has been touted as a cheap and effective treatment for COVID-19. However, reputable health institutions are not supporting its use for either the prevention or treatment of COVID-19, arguing that the findings of studies the world over suggest it is not effective against COVID-19. But Dr. Gilbertha St. Rose and other promoters of ivermectin disagree.
Vaccination provides us with a chance of staying alive amid a raging pandemic. The sentiments of several persons who were administered both first and second doses of the COVID-19 vaccines at the second drive-thru event on Wednesday. Tamika Rodney was there and filed this report.
Despite the inclement weather, the second leg of the COVID-19 drive-through vaccination and walk-in clinic at the National Stadium saw long queues of cars on the tarmac and a number of persons seated waiting their turn to be administered the jabs. During a visit at the vaccination site on Wednesday morning, Nightly News observed that recipients in vehicles were found into 3 lanes to receive first and second doses of either the Russian Sputnik V or Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. After their names were recorded by health personnel operating at the first tent, they were directed to a second tent to receive the shots. Subsequently, they were required to proceed to another section of the tarmac known as the waiting area, where their vaccination cards were checked and they were observed for possible adverse reactions for approximately 15 minutes. Tents were also set up for recipients who arrived by foot. They too were instructed to follow similar protocols before exiting the vaccination site. For most of the recipients, vaccination is the only possible chance of evading death brought on by the potentially deadly COVID-19 disease, especially against the backdrop of the arrival of the Brazilian variant to Ghana, which is said to be more highly transmissible and which affects younger persons with no existing comorbidities.
Further afield, the organizers of the Tokyo Olympics have made it very clear they are not discussing a possible cancellation. The increasing pressure to scratch the event is now coming from an official partner of the Games. Al Jazeera's Charles Stratford has more.
Despite growing pressure on Japan's Olympic Committee to cancel the Games, it seems the executive members are not listening.
During the executive board meeting, we talked about the fact that some people are calling for the cancellation of the Olympics, but we did not discuss whether we should cancel or postpone it.
The meeting was held hours after one of Japan's most respected media organizations and an official partner of the Tokyo Olympics called for the Games to be cancelled. The editorial piece in the popular Asahi Shimbun newspaper said the Olympics should not go ahead because of risks to public safety and pressures on Japan's medical system during the pandemic. Tens of thousands of officials, support staff and journalists are expected to travel to Japan in the coming weeks. The Games opening ceremony is scheduled for July the 23rd. Japan has reported around 720,000 cases of COVID-19 and 12,400 deaths since the pandemic started. But more contagious variants of the virus have caused a surge in infections in recent weeks. Some experts warn the Games could become a super spreader event. Polls show the majority of people in Japan are against the Games going ahead.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I am Beverly Telesford, thanking you for joining us. Recapping the headlines, Grenadians share mixed views on vaccine as a requirement to gain entry for business or pleasure. Mixed reactions from students after sitting day one of the Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment. Chairman of the Grenada Movement, Patrick Antwine, says he served as an advisor on policy options, but never part of the new National Party government's decision-making. And former Senator Terry Noel says he has unfinished business in the Senate. In Around the Globe, health regulators in St. Lucia say no to ivermectin for COVID-19 treatment. And in sports, only fully vaccinated fans to be considered for entry as international cricket returns to Grenada. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it would be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. Good night.